and begin with questions. We'll begin with Taylor. Taylor, go ahead.
Hey, Laura. Thanks for chatting with us today. To start off, I was wondering if you could comment on how the squad's been looking. We've had 2 weeks since the last match, and especially the World Cup players and who's back and who's expected to be available come this weekend.
Yeah, team's doing good. We've had some good time to train, refresh a little bit. Obviously, preparation for this game, and this sort of sets up the back end of the season run, really, going towards the end. Canadians are back. Angelina's back. The US players aren't back. It's just too early for them. What is it today? Thursday. We flew yesterday. I think the fact that the game's on a Friday, the fact that the game's away, it was just probably a day too early. So they're all back in market, but not quite ready to play in a game.
And then, is there an update on Jess Fishlock?
Oh yeah, Jess. She's really close to being ready to go, but again, probably one day too early.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Taylor. And then Jacob, go ahead.
Hey, Laura. Hope your day's going well. With the success the team had with the Challenge Cup, obviously playing in the semifinal, but shifting focus back to the NWSL regular season, just looking at the standings, basically 2 points away from the top of the table. Just how crucial is it that the success of the Challenge Cup in terms of the quality of the squad depth was shown through that in terms of for this back end of the regular season stretch run?
Yeah, honestly, I think the way that we've looked at it is that we've looked at them in two separate ways. The Challenge Cup being sort of put to bed for a little bit now. We achieved what we wanted to achieve out of that, which is great. And I think it has been helpful for us to utilise the depth of our squad. But now we're back to business, and the regular season is a big, obviously, the most important thing to us is getting to the place we want to be, which is the playoffs. And that's the next target. Can we qualify and get into the playoffs? And then if we can do that, then we look beyond that. But until that time comes, it's every game as it comes in. Kansas away is a really tough place for us to come. So we're just fully focused on getting points tomorrow.
And obviously the match tomorrow, everyone's focus is on that. But World Cup finals this weekend, I have to ask you, is it coming home?
Yeah, I hope so. I think I said before the semi-final to people that I thought whoever won out of England and Australia, that team would win it. And I hope Serena wins it.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jacob. And then we have Steven.
Hi, Coach. I want to ask, ahead of your previous game against Kansas City this year, you mentioned how you felt like they were a team that's good in transition and good at cutting off play into certain spaces. I'm wondering if you feel like that's still kind of the key threats that they pose, or if you've kind of seen an evolution of the team since you faced them earlier.
Yeah, it's definitely still their biggest threat, I think. Their biggest threat is in transition, in my opinion. And we have to be prepared for that. I think in all of their games that they've played recently too, they've been really, really dominant at it. Doesn't mean that they can't hurt you in other ways, but I think that's definitely their biggest strength going forward is the ability for them to transition on you when you give the ball away.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steven. And then Jeff, go ahead.
Hey, Laura. You've got all of your World Cup players coming back and kind of your roster building back up, but you also are coming back into a situation where you're going to have another cluster of matches. Does that help you get everybody back in, knowing that you get to still do a little squad rotation? Does that simplify that particularly good dilemma of now an abundance of talent?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, having everyone back I can't wait for that. I think it's been a long time. It's shorter than we all hoped, but it feels like a long time. So getting everyone back on the same page, getting everyone back ready to go, because it's different this year than it's been in major tournaments where there'll be 6 regular season games left when everyone's back together. That's not a lot. So we've got to we've got to get back on the same page pretty quickly and get ourselves up and running as fast as we can.
Does your ability to juggle your lineup with success over the course of the season make this a simpler project for you potentially?
Yeah, I think it means we don't have to rush people back if they're not ready, because we do have true strength in depth and we believe in the roster.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. And are there any other questions? All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.